In a dramatic last-minute twist that perfectly captures the ruthless nature of modern football transfers, Brighton's rising star, Facundo Buonanotte, has found himself at the centre of a bidding war that ended with Chelsea swooping in to snatch him from under Leeds United's nose. The Blues have successfully secured a season-long loan agreement for the promising attacking midfielder, leaving Leeds scrambling as their carefully orchestrated transfer plans crumbled at the final hour. What makes this deal particularly interesting is that it's structured as a straightforward loan arrangement without any clause allowing Chelsea to make the transfer permanent, a decision that raises eyebrows about the club's long-term strategy. But here's where it gets controversial. Leeds United had everything ready to go. They'd booked a flight for Thursday afternoon, scheduled a medical examination, and were confident they had sealed the deal with both Brighton and the player himself. The Yorkshire club believed they were bringing the Argentina international to Elland Road, which would have been a masterstroke considering the homegrown player status Buonanotte would achieve from January onwards by remaining in the Premier League. Yet somehow, the 20-year-old never made it onto that plane to West Yorkshire. For those unfamiliar with the transfer intricacies, homegrown status is crucial in English football. Players who spend 3 years in English academies before turning 21 count toward the homegrown quota, making them incredibly valuable assets. This regulation means Buonanotte's continued presence in the Premier League isn't just about immediate playing time. It's about his long-term market value and flexibility for future moves. Chelsea's acquisition represents their latest attempt to address their creative midfield concerns. The Club World Cup champions had been actively pursuing RB Leipzig's highly rated Xavi Simons, but those hopes were dashed when the Dutch playmaker opted for Tottenham Hotspur instead. Barcelona's talented Fermin Lopez remains another target on their radar, though that deal appears to be progressing slowly. And this is the part most people miss. Chelsea's midfield shuffle isn't just about bringing players in. Christopher Nkunku appears destined for AC Milan, creating space and presumably freeing up resources for new acquisitions. It's a calculated gamble that demonstrates how modern clubs operate multiple transfer traps simultaneously. Buonanotte arrives at Stamford Bridge with solid Premier League credentials, having impressed during his loan spell at Leicester City last season. Despite the Foxes' struggles, the diminutive playmaker managed 6 goals and 3 assists across 35 appearances, showcasing the kind of resilience and adaptability that thrives in challenging circumstances. The connection between Chelsea and Brighton continues to strengthen, resembling something closer to a strategic partnership than typical club relations. This summer alone, João Pedro made the same journey, joining previous Brighton emigrants Moises Caicedo, Robert Sanchez and Marc Cucurella at Stamford Bridge. Even former Brighton manager Graham Potter and his coaching staff made the switch back in September 2022, though that experiment ended less successfully. What's particularly intriguing is the potential future implications. Julio Enciso, another Brighton talent, is reportedly in discussions about joining Strasbourg, Chelsea's sister club under the Blue Co ownership umbrella. This arrangement could eventually see him following the same path to Stamford Bridge, raising questions about whether Brighton is becoming a feeder club for Chelsea's multi-club network. For Leeds United, this last-minute collapse leaves manager Daniel Farke in a precarious position as Monday's 7 p.m. BST transfer deadline looms. The German coach has been vocal about his need for attacking reinforcements, and losing out on Buonanotte leaves them exploring alternative options including Bilal El Khanous, Delaine Bakwa, Edouard Spurzian and Mana Solomon. Analysing the broader implications, Buonanotte's impressive Leicester City performances revealed a player comfortable operating in adversity. His standout moment came against Bournemouth, where he demonstrated his signature style with a mesmerising solo run from the right wing, cutting inside multiple defenders before unleashing a powerful strike at the near post. Despite his slight frame, the young Argentine didn't shy away from defensive responsibilities, leading Leicester in tackles per 90 minutes, a statistic that speaks volumes about his work ethic and team-first mentality. Chelsea's decision to pursue Buonanotte suggests several strategic considerations. With Xavi Simons now Tottenham-bound and the Fermin Lopez situation still uncertain, they needed a viable alternative who could immediately alleviate the creative burden on Cole Palmer. Buonanotte's ability to drift between the lines and link play makes him an ideal candidate for that role. But here's what's really fascinating. This move might also be preparation for the future. Kendry Páez, another promising talent, is currently on loan at Strasbourg and expected to join Chelsea next year. By bringing in Buonanotte on a temporary basis, Chelsea maintains flexibility while evaluating their options, an approach that's become their trademark in recent transfer windows. The low-cost, high-potential nature of this deal epitomizes modern Chelsea's transfer philosophy. Rather than committing massive funds to established stars, they're increasingly focused on acquiring promising talents who can contribute immediately while retaining future value. It's a strategy that's yielded mixed results, but one they seem committed to pursuing. This situation raises some thought-provoking questions about the current state of football transfers. Is it fair that clubs can essentially hijack deals at the last minute, leaving other teams scrambling? Are multi-club ownerships like Blueco creating an unfair advantage in the transfer market? And perhaps most controversially, are clubs like Brighton becoming sophisticated talent factories for wealthier competitors? Or are they simply maximizing their business model in a competitive market? What do you think? Is Chelsea's last-minute swoop for Buonanotte a brilliant piece of opportunistic business? Or does it represent everything wrong with modern football's transfer culture? Should there be better protections for clubs like Leeds, who invest time and resources in pursuing targets, only to see them snatched away at the final hour?